Hello, everybody, and welcome to NexVerse Season 2, Week 4. Our regularly scheduled caster, Chrono Cloud, well, unfortunately is running a little bit late today, so he'll be making sure to cast the second round of games that are coming up. But I know you guys didn't want to miss any of this action that's going to go on today, so I am Diabletes, and I'm here to kind of just show you a little bit about what's going on here. So the way that NexVerse has been working, of course, if you haven't been paying attention, is that each week these teams will come and compete to earn points and hopefully make it to the playoffs where we have a lot of fun games. I was actually a part of it, and let me tell you, it's just a blast to play in. So looking at the brackets, we have a lot of teams today, actually. A really good crowd turning out today. We have RFS Gaming, who is a really awesome team. I've watched them. I played against them quite a bit. They're really good. We have TAW Blitz and Harmony going off in the next bracket, as well as Glassroots Clarity and Team Nom. Filthy Casuals and Team Higher Conscience. Risky Business, another really good team that's here that I've played against, and they're also probably going to be one of the favorite teams here against a newcomer, Sweet Synergy, which by all means, do not doubt any of the newcomers in here. I've been a part of these tournaments and watching these tournaments since they began, and every week there's always a team that just comes out and surprises everyone. Then we have Team Cynics, Low Key, Diction Gaming, Coliseo Dragons, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, my favorite name, FKC Insane Vultures, and sorry, I didn't forget about you guys over here in the round of one over here, which is Apex. And our first game that we're going to end up casting here is going to be Risky Business versus Synergy. And I'll be right back as soon as we get that draft, guys, so just stay tuned. There's going to be some great matches going. Okay, guys, we're going to start off with the draft here. We're in Risky Business versus Sweet Synergy. They ended up choosing the map Infernal Shrines, which uh, a lot of this that you can see here is that, and when it comes to Infernal Shrines, one of the most important part is that you want to make sure that you have that shrine clear. So I guess Sweet Synergy here was just going with the Lily ban because I guess they just don't really prefer to play against Lily. Lily's pretty strong, and when you look at the win rate on hot slogs. But we're seeing some very atypical bans here. You don't usually see a Gazlo ban, but maybe they really were looking out for Sweet Synergy, and maybe Sweet Synergy just plays a really good Gazlo. But as I was saying, we're really what you're going to see on Infernal Shrines is people who can really clear out those minions quickly and that can do it efficiently. Some good picks on here are, of course, Johanna and Leoric are really great here. Sylvanas, Kael'thas, Jaina, and we're going to see a first pick Lieutenant Morales here, which Lieutenant Morales used to be kind of considered a weak hero, but then after she got her health buff, she's really been seeing a lot of play lately. I really actually enjoy playing with her, and a good Lieutenant Morales can really keep the team up with some ridiculous healing. And a lot of people say, well, just dive to Morales. But whenever you have a really good front line protecting the Morales, sometimes diving the Morales means that you lose 3 people to kill the Morales. So we'll have to see how that plays and what they're going to pick here. So yes, they do go with Kael'thas, which is the standard first pick in this meta because Chain Bomb at level 13 is just such unavoidable power spike. It's going to get there, the game's going to get there, and it just really hurts. A lot of people just say just don't clump up, but when you're fighting around the shrines, it's going to happen. And Tyrande is going to be Risky Business's second pick, which is also considered to be one of the strongest heroes in the meta right now. Tyrande with these scaling changes can literally just delete a hero after she stuns and marks them in less than a second. So they're really going to go for an aggressive team here. So let's see what Sweet Synergy does. Ooh, Kerrigan. You don't see a lot of Kerrigan play. She's really hit or miss sometimes, but a good Kerrigan can definitely get to 2 squishy targets like Kael'thas and Tyrande. So I really like the pick there. I think it's aggressive, and there's the Sylvanas for once again just having a lot of good clear here. You see that both teams have not picked any of their tankier heroes, so maybe we'll see a ban here on one of the more popular tanks here, Muradin ban or Johanna ban, but we'll see where they go with this. I would definitely. Oh, there's the Johanna ban. I figured that'd be a Johanna ban because she's really kind of easy to use. You just kind of go in, use your W, use your ult to stun the high priority targets when you need. So generally, if you think that you can play a more skilled tank, and you have you think that maybe you want to take that easy option away from the other team. So uh, Johanna is banned here. Let's see what synergy is going. Really don't know what they could ban here. They could ban a Muradin or an ETC because ETC is obviously really strong in this meta, and they do have a lot to cancel, so they're going to go for the Muradin. So I'm going to predict that Risky Business is probably going to go for an ETC pick here, perhaps a Kharazim as well. So they really might be missing out on this clear here, so I would not be surprised if they go for a Malfurion. I mean, even then, I'm assuming that they're going to go double healer, so they could surprise me and just go solo heal Tyrande. I've definitely seen that go around the meta, so we'll see exactly what they're going. No, they're not going to rush too much up. Raynor, just another strong pick. Like, really, Risky Business is just playing it safe and just saying, we know this map requires, X amounts to clear, and you need this hero is really great, this hero is really great. But no, they're just going to pick really strong damage, really strong disable. And there's the E. So they have Morales Grenade, Kerrigan Hardcasted Stun, Sylvanas, and now they have Diablo, who can possibly use Apocalypse to cancel the ETC ultimate. So they are pretty stacked on the side of Sweden. Oh, there's Zagara too, and Ma as well. So they're pretty stacked on their team for stopping ETC mosh pits. But what a lot of people don't realize is that ETC, isn't even his mosh pit is obviously an amazing ultimate. But just the fact that you can get increased range on Power Slide, and that amount of CC combined with Tyrande, Kael'thas, even if you were to never hit a single mosh pit in a single game, if you're able to roam around with ETC, get those kills, and Uther to even add to that, that's going to be just a really amazing. In my opinion, here I think Risky Business really won this draft, but I've seen crazier drafts. I've seen people pick Murky. Well, let's not forget whenever Cloud9 picked that solo. Let's buff Murky as much as we can. Comp ended up winning. So we're really excited about this game, and going to be Risky Business versus Sweet Synergy. coming at you very soon, and I'll bring that game to you as soon as we get that ready. So you guys stick around and make sure you come watch this. Alright guys, and we are back here, so about to start this map on Infernal Shrines. We got it. Zuki on Diablo, Humble Woman on Zagara, Cashel on Kerrigan, Mad Kaiser on Lieutenant Morales, and Goluis on Sylvanas. And by the way, I apologize if I am mispronouncing any names. On the side of Risky Business, we have Tyrande, on Coolers on Tyrande, Frustrated is on Uther, Timmy is on Raynor, James Franco is on Kelthos, and Oxymore is on ETC, and this game is about to go underway. So make sure all you fans of Risky Business SS, just you guys need to get all your friends in to watch this game and root for you, and let's keep going strong because we're trying to grow the NA scene here. And I'm really excited about this game. I don't know about all of you guys.
Prepare for battle.
Hey. So we're going to start off here looking at seeing what the tier 1 talents that they're going to take. Diablo is going to take Soul Feast, which is going to increase his health regen. We got Reconstitution on Zagara, Trauma Trigger on Lieutenant Morales, and With the Wind on Sylvanas. Pretty standard picks all around, and we also have Energizing Grasp here. Conjurer's Pursuit, Give Me More, Mana Addict, Empower, so that means yes, they're going for that Solo Hill Tyrande build, and Rolling Like a Stone. Okay, so we're going to get this started. See, so first of all, we have Diablo and Tyrande going on top, we have Zagara going middle, we have Kerrigan and Medic going bottom. Looks like they're trying to group mid here because we do know that it's common in this meta that the teams do try to push an early tower if they can. So they're going to stack in this bush and try to get a tower here, maybe two, or at the very least maybe gank somebody that's trying to get overextended, especially if that Zagara is going to try to put out some unsafe creep here. Oh, but looks like Humble Woman's going to be smarter than that. Humble Woman is going to make sure to lay out that creep on a safe spot, but they're being really aggressive here. They got that on this. Tyrande stun does go down. It's Kel'Thas Q, and yes, Zagara is gone, and that is the power of this comp that I told you folks, it's going to happen. But while this is happening, Sylvanas and Diablo are making sure that they're pushing out their lanes fast, but they're being very cautious knowing that the Skank squad is rotating around. Otherwise, we have Uther once again solo, is going to push that lane a little bit out here, and we have Kerrigan and Medic, but I wonder if this Kerrigan's going to roam a little bit, because I mean, it's like Kerrigan's really effective about roaming in between lanes, but we'll see. Right, Kerrigan's going on over here to Kel'Thas, but he wisely does step out of the combo here. It really looks like they're pressuring top hard here, not really letting that Sylvanas push out here, which is very smart, because they want to make sure that Sylvanas does not get any uncontested going on. Alright, James Franco does look like he's in a little bit of trouble, but the Kerrigan does miss her combo. Okay, then we have ETC Tyrande roaming. Looks like they could try to get a pick on here. Zagara should see this, but ooh, she gets stunned by Uther into the ETC power slide, and ooh, Tyrande does miss her stun, but it really doesn't matter with this much CC. But it looks like Zagara will actually get away. Wow, that was kind of a misplay from Risky Business's point right there, but thank goodness that did not put Sweet Synergy behind a little bit more. Okay, so the first shrine is spawning, and it is going to be middle. So remember that the shrines do not activate their minions until somebody does press that. So, you know, as a team, you always want to look for that advantage before you do that. That way you're not wasting, giving up. Oh, they do go on ETC here. They have lots of stuns going down. And it's going on Kerrigan. Kerrigan does go down, but Raynor is getting low. Diablo does try to go in, but Diablo cannot get to him. They do push out ETC. ETC is getting really low on health. Medic does take a lot of damage here. She's going to have to back off. Raynor is getting really low here, but Diablo overextends and does get taken out. And then there goes ETC onto Zagara. ETC does go down. Zagara looks like she can go down as well as Diablo. So it looks like it's going to be a 3-1 trade in favor of Risky Business, which means they're probably going to get the majority of these creeps, if not the entire thing. Let's see what Sweet Synergy is going to do to respond, and they do the smart thing, which is they need to push out some lanes and get some experience to hopefully catch up, as it is just a 1-level lead right now. So nothing too huge to overcome, but it's definitely something to look at. Okay, they're coming back in here. I'm not sure if this is really the smartest idea because they only have 4 that they need to give up here. And then it will be Risky Business. And sure enough, they do. Diablo get caught. Diablo gets stunned by Tyrande, and Diablo goes down, as well as... Really, that's a disaster for Sweet Synergy there. It looks like there is a pause here, folks, so we will respect that because it looks like somebody has disconnected. But while this pause is going on, we could just talk a little bit about that situation there, which is that, you know, really when you're thinking about it as a team, if you're going to lose that shrine, the best thing you could probably do is split up and soak all those. The big mistake there was, yeah, you might want to go poke a little bit and see if you get a pick, but when you overcommit like that and you lose heroes to none, that's just going to put you further behind because that Punisher is going to do quite a bit of work. So we're going to give them some time here to make sure that they reconnect, and while they're doing that, I can actually pull up the talents here and see what we got. Looks like we have Envenom going on Kerrigan here. Bioshield, which, you know, I'm not sure if I'm too huge of a fan of that talent. I know that some people do take it, but the amount of time that people are going to be at full health whenever you're in a team fight is kind of low, but it still can have its effectiveness and help you really bully people. We have Boundless Convention, which is kind of weird because usually you see the 5-button Uther and you get a cleanse, but I guess they think that they don't really need cleanse in the game. We have Focus Attack, Netherwind, Fierce, and Double Neck Guitar, so pretty much your standard thing, and it looks like they're going to start the game back up again here.
Red team has summoned an arcane.
Okay, so we have an Arcane Punisher going here, and you know, that's just a lot of huge things that could happen here because this Arcane Punisher will do plenty of work. You can't really stand too close to those Arcane Beams because they will obliterate you. Anybody who's played Diablo knows the fear of these things. So they have lured it behind the wall smartly, and they are going to do that. But look at what Risky Business is doing here. They're not really committing so hard to the push because they know this first one is weak. And they have both Raynor and Kel'Thas split soaking here, and actually maybe even getting some buildings. That's going to push that experience lead up to almost a 3-level lead, and they are going to get their level 7 talents here. Well, that's going to be huge because right now Sweet Synergy just has a ton of room to make up to catch up to that if they want to be on the same talent tier. Because as we all know in Heroes, fighting on different talent tier is just a nightmare. And really, look, they're just not letting up here the side of Risky Business. They're going to get their camps, and they're immediately going to go over to the side of Sweet Synergy and get their camps. And Kerrigan is caught out, and yes, that's one dead Kerrigan. That is unfortunate. You got to make sure if you're checking those camps that you have at least a teammate with you there. Especially when you don't see anyone on the map. So they're going to get that camp. There's not really much they can do that. The worst thing they can do is try to contest that right now. We have the camp here, the Khazram camp pushing middle, as well as Raynor pushing in kind of against the Sylvanas, who is backing, so they're going to leave that top lane. And that is not looking good on the EXP-wise for Sweet Synergy, but remember, Heroes is a game where we've seen a ton of comebacks before, so fans of Sweet Synergy do not get down yet. There's still a lot of game to go. Alright, here we go. It looks like they have 3 committed pushing middle, but they have 5 heroes here defending its middle. That is really a questionable situation because now we have Raynor and Kel'Thas both sitting here, just able to freely push their lanes and really push that level advantage even higher than it already is. And it's really gonna leave a lot to be desired here, and Kel'Thas is just trying to get away here. They're gonna see if they can gank him to get it stun on him, but it's really, there's no one there to follow up with anything. Kerrigan's all the way up top there, so it's mostly a threat. So now we have this here, this shrine is spawning bottom, but they did get the camp up top because now that's gonna create a lot of pressure. So it's gonna really allow them to be even more aggressive on this. They can have really prolonged fights here because really, it's to their benefit because as long as they keep fighting here, it's going to. Kerrigan is going to get stunned, double stunned, and just blown up by a living bomb. Diablo is trying to escape. Medic is really kind of low here and out of position. Diablo does get stunned, but he does look like he will get away. He's trying to peel for his medic, but he is taking a lot of damage doing that. Alright, so they do get ETC here, but once again, is just trying to retreat here. And okay, we have James Franco getting really low, but Uther wise to make sure that Tilden gets up. Humbawamba just really trying her best here on Zagara to just try to make sure that there's some sort of pressure going on there, but they're going to have a lot of trouble if they just keep losing one person. And yes, they have hit level 10, and we do see Divine Shield, Phoenix, Hyperion, and Mosh Pit, as well as Shadowstalk. So at level 10, you just have to just give this up. And it looks like this time, wisely, Sweet Synergy is splitting up to make sure that they are soaking the lands. So it looks like they're doing a much better job, but at level 10, this is the exact opposite for Risky Business. They're being a little bit more aggressive and making sure they can get some of this. Just make sure they're going to get these buildings and have the Punisher just kind of act as a front for them so they can get these buildings. So they're going to look like they're going to easily get this bottom fort here. And with this Punisher being quite healthy, we're going to see if they can get a keep. Alright, EDC does go, he goes in, he does get one kill out of there, and it does look like they're going to get another kill on Kerrigan. And really, they did not have to blow Mosh Pit there, so they're in a really just crazy situation. And Diablo does go down. Hyperion's out. The Punisher's pushing. This is just a really bad spot. Sweet Synergy. And then Sylvanas gets stunned and gets killed as well. This is looking like this is going to be a keep for Risky Business. And it's looking like the game is getting further and further away from Sweet Synergy. But wisely here, Risky Business, not wanting to overextend and not wanting to just get caught out here and maybe get catch up. They are going to just fall back and get some camps and keep their pressure and control on the map, which is a wise thing to do. because one person who really taught me a lot about heroes told me that heroes, when you're in the lead, is not a game of, it's a game of whoever makes a mistake first. So when it comes to the late game, you don't want to be that team that makes a mistake, because with how far the death timers are and how strong the objectives are in this game, even if you're ahead, if you make one mistake and your whole team gets wiped, there's just so much potential if you're organized as a team like these guys are on comps to just push down a keep and really get back into the game. So Risky Business is just wise to kind of make sure that they're still controlling the map, but at the same time not putting themselves in any adverse situations. So alright, Yuki and Hambawamba, they're going to just make sure that they take this top camp. That way they have their own pressure, but it looks like we're going to have a lot of push right here, and it does look like they're going to try to get this fort, and it's already at half health with Phoenix, and with all the pressure of Mosh Pit and them having level 13 with Chain Bomb now, there's just not much that they can do to defend it. But they are going in, they're going to see if they can fight, they're going to go in here. Once again, Kerrigan does get stunned and gets annihilated immediately. We have Diablo getting knocked back by ETC and really getting marked by, and Diablo's going to go down. And right now, at the time, like right there, was not the time to fight, unfortunately, because when you know an objective's about to come up and you really, as a team, have started memorizing timers and stuff like that, you don't want to fight, especially when you're not even level 10 yet, because now, not only did you lose that fight, you gave them a bigger lead, but now they're going to be able to get the objective for free as well. Luckily, Diablo does come up really fast, and they do have all 5 of their members back, so maybe at level 10 they can really commit here. They have Apocalypse, Devouring Maw, Maelstrom, Stim Drone, and Wailing Arrow, just your standard talents that you would think you'd hear. But let's see if maybe with level 10 they can do something, but they really need to do something right now. But Sylvanas does get stunned by ETC, and then Tarani does miss her stomach because he gets knocked back by ETC, and Sylvanas does manage to go away. Apocalypse does go out, it does get a stun on there, but it doesn't like Timmy's getting low, but he does get healed. Sylvanas is getting low, does throw out the arrow, the Maw does go out and captures 2, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to get killed here. Oh, Kerrigan does go down, unfortunately, and now we just have Diablo being caught here, but not any follow-up stuns on it, and it is a 0-for-1 trade in favor of Risky Business, who are just going to clean up the last of these minions and get this Punisher here. So unfortunate, but we're going to see how Sweet Synergy does respond to this, though. Guys, cross your fingers out there, Sweet Synergy fans, and maybe they can do something, come back and do something crazy. It's not unheard of before, but it's going to be tough being 4 levels down. And Risky Business is just looking up to finish this out. They get the stun on him. Trane's stun goes out. Punisher stun goes out. Marked. And Diablo just melts like a ice cream cone on a hot summer day. And Morales goes down too. And man, it is just a slaughter fest right here. Kerrigan comes in to try to do something, but stunned by the Punisher, stunned by Tyrande, stunned by everything in the existence of the game, and they all go down. And man, just goes to show you the power of the stun comp that Risky Business has, which they have run to perfection. And it does look like they're going to get the keep here, and they might just push for game, but they do have a respawn timer of 13-6 here, so they're going to get their full team back here on the side of Sweet Synergy, and it does look like Risky Business is going to fall back and take the safe route, which I'm not so sure there. I think they possibly could have ended there, maybe put some pressure. They really haven't even used Mosh Pit yet, but I do understand that, once again, heroes, you do not want to make mistakes late games. You don't want to give them an opportunity. So rather than just crush their throats, Risky Business takes the option of rather holding the pillow over their face and letting them slowly suffocate. Yeah, some graphic visuals there. Sorry if there was anybody sensitive about that. Okay, so they're just, once again, like I said, just controlling all the camps. They got the side of Sweet Synergy's camp, as well as they're going to get the bottom camp, and Kel'Thas is working by himself to get that camp. Perhaps maybe they could do something here if they outnumbered him, but they're not even going to try to attempt to contest bottom here. They really need to get to level 13 so they can at least be 1 talent tier behind these guys, but we're going to see if they get there. Right now, they're kind of have to be aware because, I mean, just wherever ETC is, there's just so much pressure on the map. Right now, Diablo is out of position. Kerrigan does jump in. Medic gets stunned. Medic gets stunned by Tyrande, gets marked, and is dead. And it looks like Diablo is going to take that Maw. Tyrande goes out on Maw. Apocalypse goes out, but it was too soon. Does not catch the person on the Maw. And also, Kerrigan is going to go down from Chain Bomb. And Sylvanas goes down. And it looks like they're just going to take this keep in response here, as well as having top pushing. this looks like it could be game, folks, but we'll see. They have opted to take the safe route multiple times. And it does look like Sweet Synergy is calling the G. So I don't know if that means if they're just going to let them finish or not, but we will see here. It's unfortunate that a new team such as Sweet Synergy did end up going against Risky Business, who is a very excellent team, but by no means they should not be ashamed of their performance here. There was a few things that could be corrected here and there, and this would have been a really close match. So definitely take this experience with you. I know that you guys are great for being here, and thank you for being in this tournament. As Risky Business is going to push to end this game as a statement win for them, and really just seeing how far they can get in this tournament. And we kind of look at the stats here, we can kind of see that blue team here had 24 kills to 1. There was just a ton of damage that came out of kill toss, 125k siege damage and 32,000 damage, as well as Raynor going with 33,000 damage. And that was just, it was too much to overcome, that stun comp was. So congratulations to Risky Business, and congratulations to Sweet Synergy for, showing up and giving it their all. And look forward and hopefully see ya in future tournaments. So now we're going to be looking out to see when our next game is going to be, and I'll have that draft for you as soon as possible. Till then, make sure you guys stick around, and if you're really enjoying what you're seeing here, just, hey, invite your friends over. There's a lot of awesome hero matches to come. Look forward to helping you guys see some more games.